The team that I think would benefit most from Justin Fields is the New England Patriots. If the New England Patriots are able to acquire a talent like Justin Fields, they can have him back up Cam Newton, see how the game is played. They would have time. They obviously would have a year to literally develop him. They've acquired some weapons. They have a system in play where he can run every single play that Josh McDaniels would want, and possibly even more. He can make every single throw. He's a competitor. We know that he can win football games. I would love to see him fall in the hands of Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels.
Oh, no, Greg. He's ready to go right now. Time to throw him in the fire. Why not go to New York? I can wear my green right today for that reason. Let's go.
I knew it.
Come on.
I knew it.
Yes, we're going to have this conversation. Like, come on, how's he going to get past the Jets? I understand the conversation and the talk around Zach Wilson, but this dude is ready to go. Are we really going to trust Zach Wilson to come into that big market, a kid who's been tucked away at BYU for the last couple years, sensational talent at the college level, and probably have a phenomenal NFL career. But this dude is ready right now. That market is different. This dude has played on the biggest stage. He can do it all. He can run. He can throw. He's super smart. Sometimes the only knock on him is that sometimes he's too smart. Right? So putting him with Mike LaFleur, a guy who comes from that Shanahan offense, was just a passing game coordinator with the 49ers, is a perfect match. You bring him in and you throw him in the fire right now and see what happens, Nick. So I don't see him getting past the Jets.
So I do see him getting past the Jets, but I also want him to get past the Jets because I want him to succeed. And going to the Jets to play quarterback, unless you're Chad Pennington, over the last 50 years has been a place to go. It doesn't work out well for the player. So you know where I want him to go? Where I know he'll succeed, and it doubles as where I think he's going to go. And that's San Francisco at 3. There was so much smoke around Mac Jones. All of a sudden, some of that smoke seems to be dying down. And I think it is either because people are doing on-the-ground reporting, which I'm not doing, or people are doing what I am doing, which is thinking logically, is Kyle Shanahan the type of fool to trade 3 first-round picks for Mac Jones? And the answer to that is no. So where do I want him to go in what I think is one of the best offensive systems, a place that is conducive to instant success, where he already has a great number 1 option in George Kittle, which having a great tight end can be almost the perfect weapon, even better than a number 1 receiver if you're a rookie quarterback, not long term, but if you're a rookie quarterback, because it's easier throws and better, more conducive matchups. And it also, I don't know how much this matters to a lot of people, it matters a little bit to me. I think it's also important for future Ohio State quarterbacks that Justin Fields be a success. Because fair or not, if after Haskins' career has gone awry, if Justin Fields doesn't succeed, people are going to look at Ohio State quarterbacks the way people looked at Cal quarterbacks forever. Like, I don't know if that's going to work. And then Aaron Rodgers broke that mold, obviously. And so I want him to go to San Francisco Wilds. I think it would work for him. I think it would work for the team. I think they would skyrocket back to near the top of the list of contenders in the NFC. And I also think he's going to go to San Francisco.
Okay. I'm going to talk to my friend Greg, fellow Patriots fan, Greg Jennings. Greg, we've got a perfect storm here of things that Belichick wants to do. We've got, on this hand, urgency. Hey, we didn't give up on last year, but last year was a wait and see year. Now we're reloaded. We also have planned for the future. And those things are colliding here in the draft, and I don't know who's going to have the upper edge. I think in Belichick's heart, he's like, you know what? Let's roll with Cam. Let's use this 15th pick and bolster our defense and make a run at the Super Bowl. I don't think he's thinking playoffs, and he's like, let's really make a run at the Super Bowl. Or the more prudent decision is, let's plan for the future. Let's get Justin Fields. We'd probably have to package 15 and something else and sort of think more of the future rather than being urgent. Do you think that Belichick, he's about to turn 69 next week, wants to win now, and that will prevent the Patriots from drafting Justin Fields?
Of course he wants to win now, but he doesn't want to win now and jeopardize his future potential to win. And this is why I think he should make a move to try to get Justin Fields, because Nick, you talk about what the 49ers have, and they do have a perfect situation and setup. But you look at what the New England Patriots were able to do this free agency offseason in free agency. They acquired 2 tight ends that can help any quarterback. We know we know Cam Newton has thrived off of throwing to tight ends. They have that now. So with a young quarterback, that in a running game and a system that you don't have to solely rely on your talent as a quarterback and a rookie, it's perfect storm. It's the perfect storm. They would protect him going into the next year, and then they would have a sustained future of success. The Patriots aren't out of it just because Cam didn't play great last season.
Oh, I agree. And I think, Wilds, your concerns of is it about right now or the future, I think drafting a quarterback that you think is really good and can be a franchise quarterback, I think that could answer both questions. I mean, Mahomes in his first year starting went to the AFC Championship game. Russell Wilson, his first year starting, went to the playoffs. Second year, went to the Super Bowl. Like, the young quarterbacks, Lamar took him to the playoffs first year. Second year, it was the MVP. Like, young quarterbacks are ready to win almost immediately if they're in the right system with the right weapons and the right offensive coordinator. So I don't think it's any more like, oh, we're drafting a quarterback, talk to us in 3 years. Bad teams say that, but good teams don't. The question, Wilds, is, what is it actually going to take? You said it's going to take the 15th and something else. That something else is a lot. 12-3 costs 2 additional first-round picks. The 12th pick and 2 additional first-round picks. So how far right, you're not doing that. But so how far does he have to drop? If he's available at 8, like then all of a sudden are you saying, okay, 15 plus 1, does that get it done? Maybe, probably not. Keep in mind, it took a future first rounder when we have the metrics already, right? The Dolphins moved back they went from 3 to 12, and then they went 12 to 6. So what did 12 to 6 cost? The 12th pick plus next year's first rounder. So that's to move up 6 spots. So if you're trying to get up to 15 to 8, it's probably 15 plus next year's first rounder and a little something else. Are you willing to do that? That's going to be a draft day question, right? It's going to be a question of how far is he falling? How far do we think we have to move up? They can't move up to 4. They're not going to move up to 4. And they need him to fall at least there. That's the question for the Patriots, I think, Wilds.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, open up the doors. Bill Belichick and I are going to come down and check out Kellen Mond this weekend. So have everything laid out for us in smoothies, and I got the smoothie bar ready to go. Maybe we will keep 15, take Kellen Mond in the second round. So Kellen will be there shortly.
You don't have to check him out.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.